What's up, everybody? How you doing? Some people think I'm drinking beer. I am not drinking beer. I do not drink. Not really. I got a video here, another Karolina Goswami masterpiece. Let's go ahead and take a look at it.
In a move that many are considering tactical in nature, India's state-run broadcasters have started to include Gilgit Baltistan in their weather forecast. This created a lot of panic and anger in Pakistan. Pakistan's Foreign Ministry spokeswoman, Aisha Faruqi, said that this move from India is in violation of the relevant United Nations Security Council resolutions. And now, in a retaliatory response, the state-run media in Pakistan has begun providing detailed weather updates of Jammu and Kashmir. Turkey's state-run media outlet was almost instantaneous in picking up the story. The outlet referenced how the Indian weather bulletin was rejected by Pakistan. On the other hand, it appears that Pakistan's other friend, China, has not been able to digest this tactical move from India, as almost simultaneously it is being reported that border tensions between Chinese and Indian troops have started to rise. Quite frequently, many neighbors of China have complained about the Chinese aggression and its expansionist policies, but this has not discouraged China from pursuing its offensive strategies. In the current scenario, when the world is facing the coronavirus situation, China is presenting its case in a very clever way. For example, China claims that it is unfair for other countries to criticize China for the coronavirus. Many prominent Chinese personalities have even appealed to the global community to come together to fight against the common enemy, which is actually a virus. But now, in a new development, the editor-in-chief of a leading Chinese newspaper, which is considered to be closely associated with the Chinese government, has said something that can make anyone unsettled. Mr. Hu Jiqin writes, China needs to expand the number of its nuclear warheads to 1,000 in a relatively short time. It needs to have at least 100 Dongfeng 41 strategic missiles. We are a peace-loving nation and have committed to never being the first to use nuclear weapons, but we need a larger nuclear arsenal to curb US strategic ambitions and impulses toward China. Don't be naive. Don't assume that nuclear warheads are useless. In fact, they are being used every day as a deterrent to shape the attitudes of US elites toward China. Some Chinese experts say we don't need more nuclear weapons. I think they are as naive as children. To provide more clarification, he added that he may be referred to as a warmonger by some people because he wants China to have more nuclear warheads. However, he says that this name should be reserved for US politicians who have shown open hostility towards China. It is difficult to completely deny that currently China has been identified as the largest strategic competitor to the US. It also appears more likely that in order to intimidate China, Washington will exert all of the power it has available to subdue the country. Another point that could be made is that although China claims that it is committed to not being the first to launch nuclear weapons, what will happen if China raises its number of these weapons to 1,000? How would other large nations such as India react? Wouldn't this create a nuclear arms race that could greatly endanger humanity? The USA and Russia have the largest number of nuclear warheads. Between these two countries, they have over 90% of the combined total of all the nuclear warheads among the nations with nuclear arms. With more than 6,400 nuclear warheads in its arsenal, Russia holds the top position. Right now, it's quite apparent that China is not even close to these numbers, but if China decides to increase the number of its nuclear warheads, will that help in bringing more stability and peace in the world? Since you're here, I would like to recommend that you watch the episode that is being displayed on your screen right now. It is one of the
Well, thank you, Karolina, for another fabulous video. I'm not sure what the weather has to do with this. That's a new wrinkle to me. I kind of know a little bit about the area and what's going on, but that surprises me about the weather. Why that's such a big issue. But more importantly, when you get into the nuclear warheads of China, I think China is a global issue that needs to be tackled. I know the U.S. is probably waiting until the election to see if Trump wins again to address China, because Trump will be hard on China. where Joe Biden will not. Joe Biden's a big fan of China. He thinks we need to be more like China, and China should have more say in the world. To each his own, I guess. Thank you, Karolina, for a great video. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you later. Peace and much love.
नमस्ते दोस्तों, अगर आप ये सोच रहे होंगे कि प्रोफेसर के शो में मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ और मैं कौन हूँ, तो मैं आपको बता दूं, मैं वही हूँ जिसके बारे में प्रोफेसर ने आपसे कई बार बात की है और मेरे बारे में बताया है। जी हाँ, मैं उनका बहुत अच्छा मित्र, बहुत अच्छा दोस्त हूँ और मुझे लोग सिड के नाम से जानते हैं। और मैं एक इंडियन अमेरिकन हूँ। हम यहाँ पर प्रो इंडिया, प्रो भारत, प्रो हिंदू कॉजेस के लिए काम करते हैं, चाहे हिंदुस्तान में हो या अमेरिका में। और हमारा खुद का एक चैनल है इंडस लेंस, तो आप उसके लिए प्लीज़ 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 हमारे यूट्यूब चैनल इंडस लेंस को सब्सक्राइब करें। और जैसे प्रोफेसर ने आपको बताया, मैंने और उनके साथ पहले कोई रेडियो शोज किए हैं। अब हम फिर से जो इंडस लेंस के इंटरव्यूज़ और रिव्यूज़ हम करते हैं, जो प्रो इंडिया, प्रो हिंदू इश्यूज़ पर, हम वो darkskyradio.com पर फीचर करने जा रहे हैं। तो आप ज़रूर सब्सक्राइब करें हमारे इंडसलैंड यूट्यूब चैनल को और ज़रूर हमारे रेडियो शोज़ को darkskyradio.com पर ज़रूर 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 सुनिए। नमस्ते, जय हिंद।